Can we start? Thank you very much for attending. Actually, our topic today is about future of talent in mining industry. Uh, we will have an introduction, a very quick introduction about myself and Ma'aden, where I work, and the purpose of the workshop, the roadmap or expected outcomes, and the workshop discussion, which we will go through deeply about the talent management challenges and solution and recommendation. The purpose of this workshop, we have actually two objectives. The first one is about to go through the challenges that we have in terms of talent development and also talent attrition. These are the two main topics that are really in this time we are suffering from in our companies, especially under the presence of the new companies, the new technologies, the new attraction, and the new, retention of the companies. The milestone, we're going to go through the introduction, and after the introduction, we'll have some information about talent management in mining industry, and then the talent development attrition. We will divide it into two parts. What are the challenges in talent development, and what are the challenges in talent attrition? And what are the solutions and recommendations we're going to have in this workshop? Expected outcomes, as I mentioned earlier, we'll have some recommendation and solution for the attrition and the talent development. Introduction, this is a brief about me. My name is Saleh Al-Nizi. I have a master's degree in strategic management. I have over 23 years experience in HR development, HR management, all of this stuff regarding the HR. So I'm always saying my heart is divided into two parts, part for HR development and part for HR management. I am ICF certified coach. I am CIBD instructor, the first Saudi to be certified as CIBD instructor in HR. I am also a consultant from Berkman. I am KPI certified practitioner, ILM certified leader. My current role in Ma'aden, I am talent management director, and also I'm working for my own business as HR consultant. A very brief about our company, Ma'aden, the largest multi-commodity mining and metals company in the Middle East. We have three main products: the phosphate, the aluminum, and base metals and the new minerals. Our vision in Ma'aden is to be a sustainable mining champion with a global presence. Our mission is to lead the development of the mining industry in Saudi Arabia by maximizing the value of the mineral resources while developing to be a Saudi global mining. Mining industry, and we have here in our workshop today the mining industry, the talent management perspective in mining industry. What is the mining industry? What does it mean? What is the definition? What is the purpose of having mining industry in our world? And what is the benefit of the mining industry on the economy? The definition is very easy. It's the metals, minerals, mining industry. The activities involved is locating, excavating, and processing metals, minerals, and other geological resources that are needed in the company. We have 5 types of mining industry: oil and gas, gold mining, coal mining, metal ore mining, and non-metallic mineral mining and support activities of the mining. Mining impact on the economy, actually, when I prepare for this workshop, I come across a very recent studies regarding the mining industries on the economy, the impact of it. It has a very good impact on the jobs and opportunities. It has a very good impact on the local services and infrastructure, social impact management, revenues, sustainable supply of energy, and finally, where I find a McKinsey study regarding the technology-driven practice, where McKinsey estimates that 13 years from now, after 13 years, the age of smart mining achieved through autonomous mining using data analysis and digital technology like artificial intelligence will save between 290 billion to 390 billion. These are some statistics about the mining industry. The most important thing is 98,000 private mining companies. 3,000 of them are publicly listed mining companies. Now, we come to the talent part of mining industry. And let me direct this question to you. Do we really care about our talent in the mining industry? Ask yourself this question. This is the first thing we need to know, actually. Many companies in the mining industry, or let's say in the industrial companies or market, they assume or they claim that they care about talent in one sense or another. The issue in caring about our people is, are we really giving them the required skills, the required, let's say, knowledge? Are we taking them from one place to another in terms of skill set? Are we giving them something that really serve us as organization? All of these questions, we're going to answer them, inshallah, in the next slide. By the way, this is a real let's say, break for some workers in skyscraper in USA. Talent management in mining industry. What is the main role of talent management? We have three main roles for the talent management in mining industry. And also, how does it differ from one industry to another? We're going to answer these two questions. Actually, we have three main parts of talent management in all companies in all the world: obtain, maintain, and retain. Okay, obtain meaning to attract, or let's say to recruit the best candidate, the best fit candidate. And number two is to maintain. And maintaining, if we double click on maintaining, we will know about the development of our talent. And this is the most important part of our workshop today. The last one is retain. And by the way, it's a chain. If you obtain the right people and you maintain them, develop them in the right way, you will eventually, automatically, let's say, retain them. Talent identification. Now, let's say, how does it differ from one company to another? I think all of you are employees in your companies, right? Okay, let's take some participation from your side. My question is very easy. How do you identify your talent in your company? Let's say, take one or two answers. If you have a mic, please. Anyone? Again, the question is, how do you identify your talent? How do you know that you have a good quality of talent? Yes, please.
You mean in my team or myself?
No, in your team, let's say.
I think ambitions.
Ambitious.
Yes.
This is very good, actually, word to catch. Ambitious. Okay. Any other? How do you identify your talent, please? Yes, Mohammed.
My talent will encourage our team working with us. If I have a good quality educated team, our target will guide with us to increase our competence.
Very good.
It's
Very,
depend your team of work.
very good. Thank you very much. Any other? So Mohammed highlights the quality of their performance. This is very good, important point. Any other point? Yes, please. Here.
I think it will be a person who give you a value in the market.
Oh, this is the most important thing in the talent. Someone who gives you the value in the market or to add value in your business. What about the career management? Now, we answered this question already. What is your career management strategy? In career management, we are talking about succession planning. We're talking about preparing people for their current role and for next role. And also, we're talking about paths. In Ma'aden, we have the best practice talent management, where we have two paths, leadership and technical. Some people who are interested to be future leader, we have a special program for them. And some other people who are not interested to be leaders, they want to be subject matter expert, which we call SME. They have their own, let's say, career path or line. So we divided them into two parts, leadership and technical path. For leadership, we have a special program for them, special development program. For the technical, also, we have different program for them. What's the classification of paths? In Ma'aden, we have something called 3+1. Have you heard about it in leadership? 3+1, this is the most recent, let's say, classification or segmentation of the leadership development journey. We have 3 categories of leaders plus 1. The 3 categories is the, let's say, front line manager and the middle management and the senior management. Again, frontline managers, those who are, let's say, supervisor, superintendents, and middle management, like what? Managers, okay? And we have senior leadership, which is director, senior director, and above. +1, who can guess what is +1? What is 1? Exactly, the executive program. Okay, so in Ma'aden, we have a special program for the 3 and another different program for the 1. Why do we do this? Why do you think we do this in Ma'aden? Yes, please. Very good. Thank you very much. Yes, if you can repeat it just for people to hear you.
It's typical in management roles to be focused on the work of that particular role, but when you move into an executive position, you become much more commercial. Typically in a place like mining companies, there are very few people that are actually commercial in the organization.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Actually, we're talking here in the executive role, we're talking about different role than the others because these, let's say, segmentation or the 3 classifications that we have in leadership, these has special competency, like in communication, in strategic thinking, in all of this stuff. While for executive, we focus on making the company, you know, the 3 levels of leading: leading self, leading team, and leading organization. In executive, we are dealing with leading organization. So we require special competency. What is the competency required for executive people here? We need special strategic thinking skills. We need analytical skills, which is a very advanced level. We need also decision making, strong decision making, okay? The third point, what is the development strategy? In Ma'aden, we have used the 70-20-10 model. Have you heard about this model? It's, I think, well known. If I develop you, for example, I'll take for Muhammad. I just met Muhammad. I don't know him before, but I really, my pleasure to know you. Now, I want to develop Muhammad. Muhammad is one of my employees, for example. If I send Muhammad to the best course in the world, Muhammad will get only 10% of his required skills. So how many left for Muhammad? 90%. Now with the 90% divided into two, 70 and 20. 20, we call it learning from others through coaching, mentoring. While 70, if I give Muhammad now the best training course, this will be 10%. 20% learning from others. I will assign some coach or mentor for Muhammad to help him doing his, let's say, development plan. This is not enough. If I do it perfectly, I only give Muhammad 3%, 30% of his development. So the 70% who can guess where can I develop Muhammad in? Yes, please. Exactly. Thank you very much. From doing the actual work, we call it on-job development or on-job training. He should do everything through the job itself. We call it, in Ma'aden, we call it 3 E's. 3 E's meaning education, which is training, exposure, which is mentoring and coaching, and experience, which is learning through training, learning through working. And also our planning strategy. After that, we plan for this employee. We put, or let's say, design the IDB. The IDB has 70, 20, 10 for every employee in our company. We have also used some tools in the career management. We recently in Ma'aden did assessment for about 1,000 people. Assessment will assess your, let's say, ability to do your current job and your readiness for future role. And also we have 360. Have you heard about 360? Have you applied 360 in your companies? Actually, to be honest with you, 360 is the most difficult assessment in the world to be applied perfectly. Why? 360 means if I have, for example, let's say Turkey is a director. 360 means I'm gonna assess Turkey, his subordinate, those who falls under his management in the structure, and his peers, those who work in the same level with Turkey, and also his boss, his line manager. This is why we call it 360 degrees. 360 degrees. Why is it difficult? Why do you think it's difficult? Waiting for your answer. Yes, please. Exactly, because feedback is very hard for people to give. We have some, let's say, cultural issue from giving feedback. Sometimes we don't accept it from anyone. I accept it from my manager. I accept it from my brother, from my friend, but not from my subordinate, right? It's not always accepted. So that makes it very difficult to apply. However, we did a very great job on Ma'aden, and honestly speaking, the best in the market response for the 360 assessment was 60%. We in Ma'aden achieved 88% response by, a very intensive follow-up with the employees and the cooperation and with the collaboration of every department. Any questions so far? I'll make it very, very quick for you. There are some trends in talent management. You know, after coronavirus, we have changed some regulations, some policies, procedures. The most important thing is the remote and the hybrid work environment. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, where we have different nationalities, different gender, working all together. Also, some statistics I will not bother you with. Companies with very effective talent management reported 6 times higher total returns. This is the most important point here I want you to highlight. Companies with very effective talent management strategy reported 6 times higher total returns. Now, what are the challenges in talent management? And this is the essence of our workshop today. What are the challenges? We have 2 challenges: development, how can we develop people, and the talent attrition. People are leaving companies for a very simple reasons. What are the reasons? We're going to go through them one by one. For the development, what type of development do your employees need? For example, if you have, let's say, a plan, what is your required skills to cover? What is the gap you need to cover in your company? What determine your need? How do you know that this is my need? Yes, this is what I need in order to prepare me for future. And also, what tools can be used to fill the development gaps? Can you list 3 or 2 at least? Now, the first question, I will make it simple for you. The first question, what type of development you need in your company? You remember we divided into 2 parts. We have technical and we have leadership, right? So what is the type of development you need in your current job? I'm waiting for your answer. Technical. Very good. Why do you need it? Exactly. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Another answer? What type of development you need? Any other answer? No development needed? So you are okay? Huh? Everybody needs development, huh? Perfect, okay. Okay. The attrition, this is the most actually hectic problem that we have in our market, especially in our, let's say, Saudi Arabia market. Why is the attrition? What's the reason of the attrition? Job offer? Very good. Yes, the market is so hot. You have to compete with it. Exactly. And how can I compete with the market? How can I retain my people? How can I protect the company to have the best, let's say, talent to stay in the company, not to go, not to leave? Okay. Very good. Okay, look at the last question. Thank you very much for this valuable points. How to mitigate and reduce the attrition? How can we mitigate and reduce? Let me ask you a question before this. Can we stop attrition? Impossible, right? Impossible to stop attrition. But we can what? Reduce it, or let's say mitigate it. Okay, how can we mitigate the attrition? Meet the market, very good. Meet the market in what? What sense? Huh? Benefits, compensation and benefits. Very good. Thank you very much. Actually, you touched the very important point that we have here. I used to work in onboarding team. And we in onboarding team, we do some analysis for people leaving the company. And I sometimes sit with the talent who is leaving and ask some, I have some surveys, some questions to ask. And this is my statistics, my own statistics, during 1 year, about 60% of them are leaving due to work environment. And when you dig deep on the work environment, sorry to say that, it's a manager. You know the definition of work environment? What is the definition of work environment? It's everything. It's even the office, the design, the setup of your office, okay? Whether you have the right tools in your work or not, whether you have the right team in your job or not. 60% of people leaving because of their managers. They say, I'm not aligned with my manager. I don't like to work with this style of leadership. 60% is very high percentage that really, as a result of people leaving their companies. So as a result of that, what can we do to reduce this attrition? That is only the attrition that is resulted from the management. What can we do here? What is the solution, you think? Yes, please.
So I think a lot of psychological safety, the definition of that I'm not going to get into, but some people don't feel safe to talk, as you were describing before,
Yeah.
about some of the problems they've got. And most problems, in my experience, can be resolved if they're understood.
Exactly. Thank you very much. And we have another, anybody else wants to participate, please? Okay, we have another reason, another important solution, which is developing management to keep their people. It's not only, as a manager, it's not only given instructions and that's it. This is not management. It's not only asking people to do the job and evaluate them. This is not management. There is a good say that goes, smart leaders who makes leaders. Okay, so the smarter leader who can make leaders. So if you leave the company without making let's say, the second line of your position, it's your failure story. If you prepare people to replace you while you are working, this is successful story. Get the point? Very good. So some reasons, I will give you some example just to conclude. Some reasons for attrition: huge workload affecting the work-life balance. Sometimes people, the working hours is 8 hours a day, right? Plus 1 hour for a break, it's 9 hours. People are working for 16 hours a day. Is this healthy? Is this good? No, it's not. I remember 6 years ago, I was working with a company without name. I will not name the company, Sadara Chemical Company. I was working there, and Sadara Chemical Company in a remote area, very remote area. So I was going from home to the company with my colleague. in one car because it's 100-kilometer distance. He is workaholic. He claims that he is workaholic, and I am a very aggressive life balance employee. I will not allow myself to stay 1 minute after the working hour. This is my previous, not in Ma'aden, previous company. And that day, our work ends in 4 o'clock. And we were staying until 5:30. I will not never that situation. We were staying at 5:30, and not our manager, the director. It's 2 levels between us. The director came. He was around, and he came and he found us. My colleague was very happy to show our director that we're working. And I wasn't happy. When our director came, he said, "Oh, what made you stay at this late time?" My colleague said, "Well, we have, a lot of work, and we have to finish it." He said, "Look," I never forget his message. He said, "Look, if you stay after working hours, my impression about you is that you have a bad time management. So if you have a good time management, you would make yourself finish all the tasks required from yourself during the working hours." So I'm inside myself, I said yes, just to tell my colleague that this is the life, the work-life balance. Yes, we are working to live, but not living to work. We are working to live. We have family to let's say, feed, but we have family to sit with. We have family to have, let's say, fun time with. It's not only working. Life is full of enjoyable things. We don't have to just say, okay, I'm gonna fill in these working hours in order to impress my management. There is no reason to spend 9 hours just working and then spend another 4 to 5 hours a day for another work. No. Even sometimes I don't allow myself to receive calls after the working hours. This was in the past, but now it's different. Okay, very good. Boredom also, stagnated career growth or very slow career growth. Yes, please. 5 minutes, okay. Lack of recognition, autocratic and opinionated management, as we said, some management style that is not good with people. Lack or low level of health insurance, desire to switch the jobs. Talent development solutions, very quickly. We have learning management system. We have knowledge transfer, people who can transfer knowledge from one generation to another, from one, let's say, level to another. Development strategy, the 3 E's that we are talking about, and evaluation mechanism like, are our development plans are okay or not? What are the solutions to attrition? For attrition, to reduce, let's say, the attrition, clear career path. If people knows, or if the talent knows where is he heading, where is he going, this is enough for him to stay, right? But if I don't know, what will I do or what will I be in next year? This will create some ambiguity that will make me think of leaving the company. Also, effective communication between the company or between the management, the line management, and the, let's say, the talent itself. Employee engagement. Some people spend years, they are not engaged with the management. They don't know why is this decision made. They don't know why is this plan has given to them. They don't know anything about it. So the clarity, the transparency, all of these stuff, we need it from management. Also, competitive rewarding system, as my brother here mentioned. A general recommendation also: ensure great alignment between business strategy and the talent goals. Involve experienced HR leaders and consultants for careful job planning and forecasting. Focus on employee branding to attract potential employees. Select high candidates with suitable skills. As they say, the main gatekeeper is the recruitment, because if they recruit well, they will handle the performance well. Also here, set up employee mentoring and coaching program. Everybody developed needs someone to coach him, someone to direct him, someone to orient him, someone to tell him what to do and what not to do. Create a rewarding system, communicate effectively at all levels, automate common and manual talent management processes, use talent management software.